I'm venturing inland to Halifax. Here, another long-standing custom is being given a new twist. In Yorkshire, you'd expect to find cheese, but halloumi?
I'm in Halifax to meet a Syrian woman who felt so homesick for the cheese she used to eat back home that she decided to make it herself, a fellow cheese lover. I reckon we are going to get along just fine. Hi, Roseanne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wow, there's some great smells in here.
5 years ago, pharmacy graduate Razan Al-Sous and her family fled the civil war in Syria and started a new life in Yorkshire.
When we came here by end of 2012, I kept looking for a job for about a year and I didn't find any. At that point, when you cannot use your qualifications, you need to look at your talents.
Razan's talent for microbiology, passion for food, and yearning for a taste of home inspired her halloumi.
I started to come across about how British people love halloumi cheese, and UK being classified second largest consumer of halloumi in Europe.
That doesn't surprise me. I am half of that population.
And I start to think, why not make it?
Traditionally, halloumi is made with sheep's or goat's milk. But Razan discovered a special Yorkshire ingredient that sets her cheese apart.
Cow's milk here is really terrific. Maybe I'm always saying this is the only thing you can appreciate from the rainy weather is the nice milk. Yeah.
So what do you recommend I try first?
Let's go for the savory first, then
Yep.
sweet.
Okay.
You can try it with the tomato.
Oh, that's so creamy.
And this is halloum cheese with fig jam.
Oh, that's delicious. Because it's salty. The
Yeah.
salty and the sweet work really well together.
Yeah, like salted caramel.
Yeah.
Having tasted Razan's yummy creation, I'm keen to see how she makes it. Like most cheese, it begins with warm milk. Then they add vegetarian rennet, which causes the proteins in the milk to curdle.
Is this 30 minutes after the rennet's been put in?
Yes. Feel how stable it is.
Oh, I can tell.
You feel like you are having panna cotta.
It is like a panna cotta. Oh, I could just play with this all day.
Yeah, I told you, it's really
great.
enjoyable.
Then the curd is separated from the whey.
Looks very nice.
If you have good muscles,
Oh, that's great fun. Oh, you have to be quite strong, don't you?
We had good muscles after we started.
Yeah. Oh.
And to get rid of the residual whey, Razan has introduced a more unconventional technique.
So, would like to start with the massaging?
Yes, please. Are you sure you're not just doing this for fun?
No, no.
You're not just doing this because it is lovely and warm.
You're doing really well, Nadia.
That makes me so happy.
Good.
Once the curds are free from the whey, they're ready for the cooking stage, which turns it into what we all recognise as halloumi. It's then soaked in brine and ready for eating.
Some cheese.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to take this squeaky cheese and make something a bit special for you.
Great. Let's see.
I've come up with a perfect light lunch for Razan and her family. I'm taking salty halloumi and sweet watermelon to make quick and easy skewers, served with a tangy sauce.
First things first, I'm going to start with the halloumi.
I'm chopping it into 2.5 centimetre cubes.
Who knew that halloumi was massaged? Now this is a really good trick to keep your cheese really gooey and soft in the centre.
Soaking the halloumi briefly in boiling water means it won't dry out during cooking.
Next, I'm going to start with my watermelon. Again, with this, I want to get cubes that are about 2.5 centimetres. Don't throw away any of the scraps. I'm sure you'll find somebody to eat them. So that's my watermelon cubes done, and now for my bread.
Call me pedantic, but I do like it when all the cubes are the same size.
I want to say that I never get a ruler out, but I might sometimes get a ruler out. So now to make up our skewers. So I'm going to start with my bread, and then I'm going to go with my cheese, and that's been sitting in the hot water and it's really softened. And then the watermelon. It seems like such a simple thing, bread, cheese, watermelon, but once they're grilled, it works beautifully.
And to further enhance all those lovely flavours, I'm making a dip to go with them.
And the first ingredient is tamarind. Now, tamarind is a fruit that looks like a runner bean, and inside, around the seeds, there's this delicious pulp. It's tangy and it's sweet, and you can buy this in most supermarkets. And then to that, I'm going to add a good squeeze of honey. It just takes away that kind of initial sharpness that you get that when you have something really tart. About half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I wanted to add some sort of a fragrance to this sauce. And then I've got one small red onion. And that tangy tamarind dip will go perfectly with the salty halloumi and the sweet watermelon.
With my dip done, it's time to griddle the skewers.
I'm just going to check to see if my grill's hot enough. That's about right. That's what it should sound like.
Instead of adding oil to the pan, I'm brushing the skewers with oil I flavoured with garlic, onion, fenugreek and chilli.
So whack them on the griddle, brushed side down. You could do this on a frying pan, but doing it on a grill with those lovely ridges, it chars it, and then you get that lovely caramelised flavour. That's what you're looking for. Once they've charred on one side, just turn them around, because I want that lovely charring all the way around.
And it's as simple as that. You've got gorgeous salty halloumi, sweet caramelised watermelon and crusty bread. And to go with it, a simple tamarind dip.
Hi guys.
Thank you. Hello. What?
I really hope Roseanne and her family like what I've done with their cheese.
And then I've got this like tamarind sauce.
I love the sauce you're making with the halloumi cheese. It's really terrific.
Well, the halloumi, and it literally can take on any flavour.
Yes.
The squeaky cheese. It squeaks a lot.
The best squeaky cheese. I can see your eyes twinkle when you talk about food.
Yorkshire is